Bring it on in, please. Hey, listen, I'm honored to have the opportunity to say a couple words about John and Kelly Brock. This morning, I'm going to be short. General Polini's going to say a bunch of nice things about you during the change of command, I hope. But the real desire here is to get this done before the clouds blow out of here and the sun comes down and starts beating against the cold more than it already is. So, listen, it's a sad day for the Lawton Fort Sill community as we say goodbye to the Brocks as they get ready to transition down to Fort Bliss, where John's going to take over as the Deputy Commander of 32nd Double AMBC. So, no small job. So, going from I don't remember the saying, right? The frying pan to the frying pan, right? I've known John for, what now, 24 years about, right? Since our time together at Fort Campbell many years ago. And he was the absolute right leader for 30th ADA Brigade during this extremely tumultuous and transformative time. John's efforts here, without overstating them, because you can't, are going to be immensely helpful for the future of the Air Defense Branch. The MOS transitions that he did between 14 Echo and 14 Whiskey in a record amount of time, the stages that he has set for the transformation to a completely new organizational design, and making sure that those soldiers are not only kind of looking forward, he's looking forward for the future of what training needs to look like, but most importantly, that the young soldiers that have been in harm's way for the last 18 months are prepared to go out and do their mission. The Brock family's impact, though, does not stop at the air defense community and 30th ADA Brigade. John and Kelly are an absolute fixture across this community. I don't know if there's one community event that Kelly missed, right, in 2 years. Right, I've only been here for a year, and I've probably seen you at more events than anybody else on this post. The amount of time that she has spent as a wife, as a mother, and then as a community member has been absolutely tremendous. And Kelly, we're going to miss you. I know the ladies are all here to say goodbye to you. They don't care that John's leaving. And I know that there's going to be a transition point here with kids in school and everything like that. So hopefully you will still be a fixture in this community for a little while to come, as you all kind of work the parenthood, the high school age stuff and everything. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and publish the orders, have the team publish the orders. We're going to pin John's award on them, and then I'm going to ask Rachel to come up and talk a little bit about Kelly. So go ahead and publish the orders, please.
Attention to orders. The Legion of Merit is presented to Colonel John W. Brock II for exceptionally meritorious service as the Brigade Commander for the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade. Colonel Brock's professionalism, initiative, competence, and leadership were invaluable to the success of the unit's mission. His contributions and superior performance reflect great credit upon him, the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade, the Fire Center of Excellence, and the Combined Arms Command, and the United States Army. Signed, James P. Eisenhower, Lieutenant General, USA, Commanding.
My husband's really good at winging these things, but I am not, so I have written something down because I know probably I'll start crying. So, although today is the day we are celebrating a great Army family, it's a day many of us have been looking forward to with a bit of sadness because it means saying see you later to wonderful friends and neighbors. And although Kelly does not like to be the center of attention, she deserves to be recognized for the special person and extraordinary friend that she is. Kelly is extremely thoughtful, kind, and always willing to show up for the people around her. She is always present with a smile and a confidence that is reassuring and extends herself in ways that show that she is a true friend. Her devotion to her own family and her Army family makes her an example of the best kind Army spouse. Kelly has been there for all of us in ways too numerous to count, and for that reason it is very difficult to see her go. Unfortunately, I have made her promise to continue on as an adjunct Sill senior spouse, and we will continue to devise reasons to bring her back into our fold. Kelly, we love you, and we will always remember the ways you have made our Army journey better.
Go ahead and publish orders.
Attention to orders. The Meritorious Public Service Medal has been awarded to Kelly N. Brock for extraordinary service to the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade from July 2024 to June 2026. Mrs. Brock's dedicated service and unselfish contribution of her time, energy, and talents in support of the soldiers and families of the Fort Sill community will make a lasting impact for years to come. Her actions are in keeping with the finest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon her, the Air Defense Artillery, the Fire Center of Excellence in the United States Army. Signed, Patrick M. Costello, Brigadier General, U.S. Army, Commanding.
Hey, keep stand at ease, everybody, because we got like 12 more from Kelly here.
The Order of the Red Legacy is presented to Kelly N. Brock with grateful appreciation for the impact you have made on the Fort Lawton Fort Sill community, the Fire Center of Excellence in the United States Army. Your selfless service, commitment to excellence, and dedication will have a lasting impact on many soldiers, families, and civilians of Lawton and Fort Sill. Your kindness will be remembered, and your legacy will endure as long as the Medicine Bluffs stand. Given under my hand this 25th day of June, 2026. Signed, Patrick M. Costello, Brigadier General, U.S. Army, Commanding.
Go on, please.
This is to certify that the Combined Arms Command rang the bell tower at 1900 hours on June 23rd, 2026, in honor of Kelly N. Brock, in recognition of your exceptional support and sincere contributions to the Combined Arms Command. The Governor's Commendation is being presented to Kelly N. Brock for your sacrifice as a distinguished military spouse, standing alongside your service member and helping keep our military strong. Thank you for your dedication to our country and for empowering your spouse and family, ensuring they have the support and resources needed to serve with honor. Signed, J. Kevin Stitt, Governor of Oklahoma.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what, you came into town and just needed who you are, you could find life is more comfortable. I'm convinced if we could look that up in, well, I started to say the dictionary, but I guess now it'll be Wikipedia. There'll be a picture of you two right there with life is more comfortable. You guys have been awesome. Awesome teammates. Colonel John W. Brock II, rank commander, 30th Air Defense Artillery, Arrow 6, for your service to your country, your leadership, and your community engagement that rises to the highest level. Kelly, I've got something for you too, but let's get this picture. Hold it down. And you have been absolutely some kind of wonderful, so I got some kind of wonderful point for you. All right? Thank you.
Real quick, Rachel, thank you so much for the ways that you've taken care of us. I really appreciate it. And I thank you to my FCO senior spouse buddies, my 30th friends, my Flow sisters, and then my Bible study buddies that helped me through it. And then real quick, I want to say the thing that I spent the most time doing is praying for all of you in really specific ways, in general ways. And so, and you can't be praying for someone for 2 years that much without falling in love. So I just want to let you know that it's not only your mama, but Jesus and Kelly Brock loves you, is rooting for you, and wishes all the best for you. So thank you so much.
I just want to say, this is humbling and to see all of you here, and it's, to see all your family before you go. A couple people I just got to thank really quick. General Costello, Rachel, wow. It's crazy that he knew me as a lieutenant, and he was a battery commander, and this combat patch I got with him when we went into Iraq. So he knows when I was at my worst, and was really trying to grow. And then he gets to be here when I'm coming away as a brigade commander and give me this award, and that means so much. So thank you for as we said, 24 years of friendship and mentorship over the years. I really appreciate it. Mayor Booker, I will tell you, I had no expectations when I came into Lawton, but I will tell you, a long time ago, I came through with the pre-command course, and what you've done from then to now with this community, it blows my mind. I will tell you, there's a lot of people here that are retiring and staying here a lot in Fort Sill, and that's because of the leadership of what you've done and the difference you make every single day. To my sergeants major, Wasson and Coop, battle buddies, you all helped me out and kept me straight. I'll tell you, I love each and every one of you. Sergeant Major, special thanks for putting all this together. You're an incredible man, you're incredible men, and I just want to say thank you all so much. And then the last person I need to give a shout out to, who isn't here, hopefully gets to watch this, is General Hinkey, who was a tremendous friend, a mentor, and I learned so much from that guy. It blows my mind. He was a fighter for this community in the Air Defense Branch. But I love each and every one of you all, and I will tell you, you make it really hard to walk away. And I will always think of Lawton Fort Sill as a home. So thank you all very much.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade Change of Command ceremony between Colonel John Brock II and Colonel Robert Ferryman. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony, Brigadier General Mark Bellini, Commandant of the United States Army Air Defense Artillery School. At this time, we'd like to extend a sincere welcome to our distinguished guests. Joining us this morning are Brigadier General Patrick Costello, Commanding General, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence at Fort Sill, Command Sergeant Major Robert Flynn, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence at Fort Sill, and his wife Sherry. The Honorable Stan Booker, Mayor of the City of Lawton. Dr. Albert Peterson, Deputy to the Commanding General, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence at Fort Sill. Brigadier General Jason Williams, Commandant, United States Army Field Artillery School, and his wife Shelley. Command Sergeant Major John Bomba, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Field Artillery School. Command Sergeant Major Kelly Hart, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Air Defense Artillery School. Brigadier General Rick Francis, Director, Fire Future Capabilities Director. Councilman Kirby Brown, Lawton City Council, Ward 3. Colonel Jason Morgan, Chief of Staff, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence at Fort Sill, and his wife Rhonda. And our frontier friends, Brigadier General Retired Randy McIntyre, Colonel Retired Nate Slate, Mrs. Janie Billingsley, Miss Rachel Smith, Mrs. Jennifer Waters, and Mrs. Petra Young. Thank you for taking time to join us for this very special occasion. For the sequence of events, please refer to your program. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation presented by Chaplain Major Joe Lively.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we give you thanks on this special day as we gather to recognize the formal change of command between Colonel Brock and Colonel Ferryman. We honor Colonel Brock and his family for their faithful service to our nation and to this brigade. We are grateful for his steadfast leadership of the cadre and the air defenders whose lives and careers he has shaped. Through his example, he has left a lasting legacy upon the Air Defense Branch, the United States Army that will endure for years to come. Bless Colonel Brock and his family to continue their service to our nation, to the Army. Grant them wisdom, protection, and every blessing as they continue in service to our nation. Lord, we also ask your blessing upon Colonel Ferryman and his family as he assumes this mantle of responsibility. Grant him discernment to lead with wisdom, courage to make difficult decisions, humility to serve with compassion, and strength to inspire those entrusted to his care. May his leadership foster excellence, unity, and readiness throughout the 30th Brigade. May the God of all grace and mercy watch over this brigade, protect those who stand in harm's way, and continue to bless the United States Army and the nation we are privileged to serve. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Please be seated. At this time, Sergeant Roundtree is presenting a bouquet of red roses to Mrs. Kelly Brock. A single red rose to his mother-in-law, Cherry, his Aunt Charlene, sister-in-law, Sandy, and his soon-to-be daughter-in-law, Priya. Small tokens of appreciation are being also presented to his son JB, his father-in-law Jim, and his brother Tim in appreciation of their selfless service and support to the Heart of the Branch and the Lawton Fort Sill community. At this time, Sergeant Munasar is now presenting tokens to Colonel Ferryman's sons, John Calvin and Hank, welcome them to the Heart of the Branch and the Lawton Fort Sill community. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the soldiers in formation. Having sounded off, the band marches in front of the church, then counter marches to its original position. This march across the front of line to have originated with a good stage. The troops offer themselves to holy service, were drawn up in long formation, band counter march, and explore their chosen to serve. In American ceremony, the sound off has been handed down as a ceremonial tradition. Please join me in recognizing the outstanding soldiers of the 145th Army Commander of Troops for today's ceremony, Lieutenant Colonel John Mills. The review party for today's ceremony, Brigadier General Polini, Colonel Brock, and Colonel Ferryman. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of honors to Brigadier General Polini. Providing today's salute is the Fort Sill Salute Battery, Bravo Battery, 2nd Battalion, 2nd Field Artillery, under the direction of Captain Audrey Shiplet. Please be seated.
Sound, order arms, and parade west.
The reviewing party and commander of troops will now inspect the command by troop in the line. In days past, troop in the line enabled commanders to personally observe and evaluate both their soldiers and equipment, as well as to judge their capability to engage in combat. This also allowed the soldiers to physically identify their leaders prior to entering into battle. Defense Artillery Brigade, and the United States Army Air Defense Artillery School is located at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, Fire Center of Excellence. The unit began training soldiers in January 2010. The 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade is currently controlled by the Brigade headquarters in 2 battalions, 2-6 Air Defense Artillery Battalion, and 3-6 Air Defense Artillery Battalion. The 2-6 Air Defense Artillery Battalion is comprised of 5 batteries. Headquarters Alpha Battery is responsible for conducting and direct commissioning force and worn-out support. Bravo Battery is responsible for conducting the 14 Papa, AIT, and Manifest force. Charlie Battery is responsible for conducting the 14 Golf, 14 Hotel, AIT forces. 126 Air and Missile Defense Test Detachment provides expertise and knowledge support of air and missile defense programs, conduct developmental tests, tactics, techniques, and procedures for development for all air and missile defense modernization programs. The 36 Air Defense Artillery Battalion is comprised of 4 batteries. Alpha is responsible for the Captain's Career Course and the Basic Leader Course. Bravo Battery is responsible for conducting the 14 Echo and 14 Whiskey AIT courses. Charlie Battery is responsible for conducting the 14 Tango AIT course. And Delta Battery is responsible for direct support. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the heart of the brand, the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade.
Sound, attention! Sound, commanders and colors, center, march! Present the command and take your post. Down, parade, red.
Prevent arms.
Down, attention. Down, present arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of the national anthem being performed by vocalist Mrs. Tia Mills.
Attachment. Present arms.
Please be seated.
Detachment, order, halt. Down, order arms, and parade rest.
The very soul of a military unit is symbolized by the colors under which it trains and fights. From the earliest times, warriors used a banner or other symbol to identify units and to serve as a rallying point for troops. After a battle, the unit whose colors remained flying was the victor. Today, the colors join their unit formation to signify their presence during past battles. They remind us of the glories of the past, stand guard over the present, and provide inspiration for the future. By authority of Army Regulation 600-20, the undersigned assumes command of the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade, signed Robert A. Ferryman, Colonel, Air Defense Commanding.
Detachment, parade rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commandant for the United States Army Air Defense Artillery School, Brigadier General Mark Pellini.
Good morning, everyone. General Costello, Command Sergeant Major Flynn, Dr. Peterson, our mayor, Mr. Stan Booker, the city council from Lawton, and our frontier friends. Our distinguished guests, soldiers, families, teammates, and friends of the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize a few groups of soldiers who have helped make today's ceremony special, and one individual, Ms. Tia Mills, on that national anthem. Can we give her another round of applause for that? Command Sergeant Major Cooper, the formation, the color guard, as well as the salute battery look absolutely outstanding. They reflect the discipline, professionalism, and pride that define this brigade and the Air Defense Artillery branch. Please extend my compliments to every soldier and leader who made today's ceremony possible. I'd also like to recognize the soldiers of the 145th Army Band of the Oklahoma National Guard for providing today's musical support. Thank you for adding a special touch of class to the ceremony and the professionalism that you bring to every performance. You sounded exceptional this morning, and your contributions help make events like this memorable for our soldiers, families, and guests. Would everyone please join me in a round of applause for the soldiers in today's formation, the color guard, the salute battery, and the outstanding soldiers of the 145th Army Band for their exceptional support to this ceremony. Today we gather to mark an important transition of one of the Army's most consequential organizations. We are here to bid farewell to Colonel John Brock and his family as he relinquishes command of the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade, and to welcome Colonel Rob Ferryman as he assumes command. The passing of command is one of our Army's most enduring traditions. It symbolizes continuity, trust, and confidence that the mission will continue uninterrupted while new leadership takes the organization forward. Today, that transition carries even greater significance because of the unique role this brigade plays in our Army and our nation's defense. The 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade is much more than a brigade headquarters. It is the Army's premier air defense training formation, and in many ways, it is truly the heart of the Air Defense Artillery branch. Every Patriot crew, every tactical director, every launcher operator, every fire control operator, maintainer, and countless officers and non-commissioned officers begin their journey here. The standards established here become the standards carried throughout the force. The lessons taught here become the tactics, techniques, and procedures employed by air defenders in operation. The leaders developed here become the commanders, command sergeant majors, and the professionals who will lead our branch for decades to come. When air defenders succeed in Europe, the Middle East, and the Pacific, in any other theater, there's a good chance the success of those individuals of formation traces back to the training received here at Fort Sill. That is why the mission of this brigade is so important. The 30th Brigade does not simply train soldiers, it shapes the readiness, culture, and future of the entire Air Defense Artillery Force. The significance of that responsibility cannot be overstated. Unlike many organizations whose impact is measured on their own formation, the influence of the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade extends across the entire Army. The soldiers trained here will eventually serve in every Patriot battalion, every FPIC formation, every DIVAD organization, and every new capability our branch fields in the years ahead. Simply put, the future of air defense artillery passes through Sill. As we look at today's strategic environment, the demand signal for air defense has never been greater. We're expanding Patriot formation, fielding indirect fire protection capability units, building divisional air defense formations, and preparing to support future requirements associated with the Golden Dome Initiative. We're entering into one of the most consequential periods in the history of the air defense artillery. Our branch sits at the center of strategic competition, and the demand for air defense capabilities continues to grow at unprecedented pace. The nation is asking more of air defenders than ever before, and the Army is responding by growing formations, fielding new capabilities, and investing in the modernization required to meet future threats. But capabilities alone will not guarantee success. Technology does not win wars. Soldiers do. Leaders do. Teams do. And those soldiers, leaders, and teams are built here inside the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade, meaning that demand requires organizations capable of growing rapidly while maintaining excellence. And under Colonel Brock's leadership, this brigade has done exactly that. John and his team repeatedly found ways to accomplish months what traditionally takes years. They nearly tripled the size of this brigade to more than 2,700 personnel, making it the largest brigade in air defense artillery, while simultaneously preparing our branch for unprecedented growth. Over the past 2 years, this brigade trained and developed more than 10,500 air defenders and medical soldiers, while growing from 7 to 10 batteries and securing an approved table of distribution allowances in only 90 days, a process that normally takes 2 years. Under his leadership, the brigade transformed how we educate air defenders. Lessons learned were integrated into every instructional course. The basic officer leaders course was redesigned to emphasize doctrine, the military decision-making process, practical exercises, and hands-on equipment training to better prepare junior soldiers for the operational force. The Air Defense Artillery Captain's Career Course was enhanced by integrating Air Defense Artillery fire control officer training and combined arms rehearsals while partnering with the field artillery community to develop fires officers that are proficient in both offensive and defensive operations. This brigade also looked decisively towards the future. It developed a strategic plan that split the 14 Echo and 14 Whiskey specialties, creating a more efficient training pipeline that will produce highly capable soldiers faster while utilizing fewer resources. It implemented an integrated battle command system transition course in only 3 months, bypassing the traditional developmental timeline that would take years to accomplish. Colonel Brock's team also authored and established the foundational air defense tactical deception and rehearsal doctrine that will benefit the entire branch for years to come. Just as importantly, this brigade invests in people. It created the only TRADOC training pipeline for hold under soldiers, incorporating driver's training, combat lifesaver certification, and weekend exercises to ensure these soldiers maximize every day here at Fort Sill before arriving at their next unit. The culture and excellence established here was evident in every aspect of this brigade. It resulted in sweeping the installation Installations Officer, Warrant Officer, Non-Commissioned Officer, Instructor of the Year awards, while successfully advocating for resources that maintained over 90% personnel manning and expanded hands-on Patriot training opportunities. These accomplishments are impressive individually, but collectively they tell a larger story. Colonel Brock did not simply command this brigade. He helped shape the future of the Air Defense Artillery Branch. That success was clearly demonstrated in Operation Epic Fury. The training and readiness generated here at Fort Sill were on full display as air defenders demonstrated their ability to integrate, synchronize, and employ advanced capabilities in the operational conditions of the Middle East. As we watched Operation Epic Fury unfold, we saw the direct connection between training conducted here and the readiness displayed across the operational force. We witnessed air defenders performing the mission they were trained to do and execute, validating the quality of instruction and leader development that takes place every day within this brigade. It was a powerful reminder that what happens at the 30th Air Defense Brigade matters so far beyond Fort Sill. Before I conclude my remarks about John and his tenure, I'd like to recognize the Brock family and the many people who have joined us here today. Joining us today are some very special family members of the Brock family. First and foremost is Kelly, in this September, John and Kelly will be celebrating their 25th years of marriage, or their silver anniversary. And they've raised a tremendous family, and supporting John's military career has been a remarkable accomplishment and a testament to the partnership, resilience, and commitment of the two of you built together. Also joining us today is JB and his fiance Priya, who are both attending the University of Texas. JB's studying to become a future lawyer. So keep that in mind. And Priya's studying to be a microbiologist. Their daughter Reagan, who's a rising star at Lawton High School, has already accomplished something extraordinary by earning her associate's degree from Cameron University while going to high school. Unfortunately, she's not here today. She's attending the Arts Institute, but I know she's here in spirit and hopefully virtually. We're also honored to welcome the members of John's extended family who traveled here today. His brother, Tim Henderson, who unfortunately came down with food poisoning last night, so he's watching personally from the hotel room. And his wife, Sandy, from Kansas City, Missouri. Aunt Charlene Gray from Wisconsin, and Kelly's parents, Jim and Sherry King, are joining us from Peachtree, Georgia. So welcome to Fort Sill. You got some great weather today, so thank you. To all of you, thank you for everything that you've done for John and Kelly. Your support has truly been immeasurable and truly been beneficial to everything that John has done for this brigade and along his army career. And Kelly, I would completely be remiss if I didn't recognize your extraordinary service to our community. I know General Costello talked about that a little earlier today, but you have over 1,000 volunteer hours here at Fort Sill. You've led the Spouses Club, served on the Protestant wing of the chapel, served the family readiness groups. I think one of the most important things you did is you did a one-on-one course for our young spouses, which gives them expectations and it helps them navigate the Army. Your impact on this installation has been immeasurable, and thank you for everything you've done. But perhaps the most thing that you've done, Kelly, is you've led and with compassion, grace, and selfless dedication. You've shown the soldiers and the families of Fort Sill how right looks like. Your fingerprints will remain on this community long after you live, or leave, and live. John, thank you for your leadership, your vision, and unwavering commitment to this brigade. More importantly, thank you for investing in our soldiers, leaders, and families. You're a tremendous officer. You're going to do a fantastic job at 32nd WNBC, continuing the efforts that have been going on in the Middle East. So I'm super excited to see where you take that formation and the things you bring with it. Rob Ferryman, congratulations on your selection and assumption of command. You inherited an exceptional formation with a storied history, as was talked about earlier. I would also like to recognize your wife, Colonel Lourdes Costas. Lourdes, your service to our nation, our Air Defense Artillery Branch, and our nation has been extraordinary. Unfortunately, Lourdes is downrange with the 31st Air Defense Artillery Brigade, where she spent more than 14 months deployed leading air defense forces in Operation Epic Fury. leadership under the demanding operation conditions demonstrates exactly why air defense artillery remains one of the most critical warfighting capabilities. We'd also like to recognize the extraordinary commitment and sacrifices that come with a dual military family. Rob and Lourdes, your family has answered the call to serve in remarkable ways. And your three sons, Stephen, John Calvin, and Hank, thank you. Growing up in an Army family, and especially a family where both parents are serving in such a high level, requires tremendous resilience, flexibility, and sacrifice. You've shared your parents with the Army and our nation, and for that, we thank you. Okay, so as we take, as Rob takes command, we're getting the band back together, as we talked about when we're passing the colors. Rob served with Command Sergeant Major Cooper at 178A, and I have full confidence that the Power Rangers, once reunited, are going to take this brigade to the next level. So I'm truly proud to serve along you. Long after today's ceremony concludes, long after the leaders move on to new assignments, the impact of your work, Rob, will remain. Every soldier you train, every leader you develop, and every lesson you teach will echo throughout our Army for years to come. Colonel Brock, thank you again for everything you've done. Rob, I'm super excited. May God continue to bless John and Kelly Brock, JB, Priya, Reagan, and the entire Brock family. Rob and Lourdes, welcome the Brigade Command. Stephen, John, Calvin, and Hank, thank you for everything that you do again. First fire strong, this will be finished.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel John Brock II.
I want to share a story about a poor West Virginia kid who came from nothing. Raised by a hard-working single mother and dreamed of a better life. When he turned 17, he decided to join the Army Reserves and eagerly swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. When he finished his junior year of high school, he was shipped off to Fort Jackson for basic training. Once home, the soldier would find any excuse he could to wear his uniform. He had immense pride in putting on his first chevron when he was promoted to PV2, his first rocker as PFC, and the joy of being promoted to specialist. This is all he ever wanted in life. He had no ambition other than being a United States soldier. Then one day, he became extremely ill during a training exercise. When his company commander found out about his illness, the captain came to the soldier's room, carried him to his Humvee, and personally drove him to the hospital, staying with him until he knew he would recover. It was because of that company commander, Captain Arlie Brogan, that this young soldier decided to become an officer. In that moment, he learned something that he would never forget. Leadership is not about rank, authority, or position. It is about service. Because of Captain Brogan carrying that young soldier when he needed help most, that soldier decided that he wanted to spend the rest of his life serving others. More than 30 years later, that lesson still hangs above my front door. Many of you have been over to my house over the last 2 years and may have noticed a small wooden sign above my front door. One word is carved into that sign: others. That sign is my daily reminder of Captain Arlie Brogan and what he did for me. It is a reminder that as Brigade Commander, you didn't work for me, I worked for you. My family and I have always strived to put your needs before our own, and I hope we have lived up to that commitment. I am absolutely humbled by this ceremony. Brigadier General Polini, I want to thank you for the kind words. It has been a pleasure getting to know you the past year and our brief time serving together as you take it over Commandant. As you highlighted, the Brigade has accomplished so much the past 2 years. We have turned thousands of soldiers into air defense professionals You are the unsung heroes of the 21st century Army. To the command sergeants major who mentored me, the field grade officers and warrant officers who built this team, and the civilians who kept this brigade moving forward every day, thank you. I want to give a special shout out and thanks to Command Sergeant Major Cooper, Lieutenant Colonel Mills, Mr. Haig, and Mrs. Baring, and the entire command group team. To all the officers, non-commissioned officers, and civilians of the Aero Brigade, thank you for your tireless efforts to make this the best brigade in air defense artillery. Fires 50 number 45 states, life is more fun with great teammates. I would like to thank the EFCO team, Commandant's Office, my fellow brigade commanders and peers, the FLOs, the ADA Association, and all the Latin community leaders for being such great teammates for the past 2 years. You have made my time here genuinely so much fun. It's incredible to get to pass the baton of this command to an amazing teammate and my friend, Rob Ferryman. Rob, you're an incredible leader. And I know you're undoubtedly going to lead this brigade to new heights. You and Lourdes have given so much to the branch, and I look forward to witnessing all that you will accomplish and what the future holds for you both. 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade is lucky to have you as its commander. That brings me to my family, who has supported me every day and every step of this journey. To Tim, Sandy, Charlene, thank you for making it here today. It means so much to me. To my in-laws, Jim and Sherry, I don't think you've missed one of my ceremonies in 25 years. And it's nice to know that I am your favorite child. Thank you. To my daughter Reagan, who is at the Oklahoma Summer Arts Institute, my son JD, I'm so proud of both of you. I appreciate your support and dedication to this life we've been called to. I love you both more than you can imagine. Priya, you are the missing piece that we didn't know we needed until you arrived. I'm so excited for you to join our family. For my most important title, the one that I am most proud of and the one that I want to be known by for all time, Kelly Brock's husband. Kelly, you are the love of my life and my best friend. I am in awe of your love and support. You're the one who pushes me out of bed when I need it and brings me dinner when I work late. You're my sympathetic ear, my motivator, my advisor, and the light of my life. Words can never truly express how much you mean to me. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done this without you. Finally, to the soldiers standing in formation today and the entire 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade family, you have no idea the honor and privilege it was to serve alongside you for the past 2 years. I cannot begin to thank you enough. My family asked me a question. How do you want to be remembered as brigade commander? At the time, I couldn't answer that. Today I can. I hope I am remembered as a commander who inspired one young soldier standing in formation today to dream bigger than what they thought possible. Just as my first company commander did and inspired me. Because the truth is, commanding a brigade is more than anything that this poor kid from West Virginia ever imagined. I stand before you today as proof that in the United States Army, where you come from does not determine where you go. More importantly, I stand before you as proof that leadership is about service. It's about putting others first. That lesson changed my life. It hangs above my door. And my hope is that long after I'm gone, it remains part of this brigade. Thank you for the honor of serving alongside you. This will defend, fire strong, first to fire, heart of the branch, Arrow 6, signing off the net.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 30th Air Defense Artillery Brigade, Colonel Robert Ferryman.
Distinguished guests, partners
members from the Fort Sill community, friends and families of the 30th Brigade, the heart of the branch, thank you for attending today's ceremony. To my wife, Lourdes, aka Archer 6, aka Top Knot 6, I know you're watching from afar as you sit at the tip of the air defense spear. Thank you for your love and support for our Army journey. Hopefully we'll see you soon. To my boys, thanks for being the resilient kids y'all are and allowing me to continue in the profession I love. John, transitions between leaderships can be difficult, but this one was certainly not. I can't think of a better person to follow in command. Your initiatives have solidified the foundation for this brigade as our mission will continue to increase to meet the demands of the Air Defense Branch. Best wishes to you and Kelly and the kids as y'all move to Fort Bliss. To the soldiers, leaders of 30th Brigade, I'm incredibly humbled and excited for this awesome opportunity to join this highly skilled and professional team. I look forward to training the next generation of Air Defense soldiers and leaders with you. Thanks again for your attendance. This will defend, fire strong, first fire, heart of the branch. This is Arrow 6 signing on the net.
Sound, pass and review.
At this time, I would like to invite past brigade commanders from the 30th Air Defense Artillery or 6th Air Defense Artillery to join the official party for the pass and review.
Bill.
possible. Alpha Battery, commanded by Captain Ernest Morales. The First Sergeant, Chad Lewis. Bravo Battery, commanded by Captain Tariq Cortez. The First Sergeant, Thomas Rainwater. Charlie Battery, commanded by Captain James Gray. The First Sergeant, Ivan Peralta. Delta Battery, commanded by Second Lieutenant Matthew Howard. Senior Enlisted Sergeant, Christopher Rodriguez. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national colors. The 30th Emergency Artillery Brigade Company, Commander Director, Brigade, Command Sergeant Major Chris Bluebird. First, take it easy, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the Air Defense Artillery March and the Army Song.
Thank you.